My name is Mike. I was traveling on US Route 11 on my way to PorcFest, June 22nd, 2014. I was stopped at a Border Patrol checkpoint on Route 11, north of Fort Drum. There were about a dozen Border Patrol and police dogs. It's terrible that this happens in our country, and I would like to do anything that I can to help make sure that my peers and my family and my future children don't have to deal with this kind of thing. He stopped me. Other cars were being waved through. He stopped me, questioned me, asked me where I was going, why I was going there, where I was coming from. I answered all of those questions until he asked me where I worked. At that point I said, why does that matter? As soon as I questioned him, he told me I had illegal window tint and I need to pull over to the side of the road. When he told me that, I asked what the purpose of the checkpoint was, and he ignored me and told me to pull over to the side of the road. At that point, I turned on my camera and pointed it towards my driver's side window where I expected the conversation to continue from there. The officer came up to my passenger door with a Border Patrol agent and opened the door without my permission. You can hear me on the video openly object to this and question him. He ignores my question and continues to question me. So I'm being stopped by Border Patrol on Route 11, County Route 11, near Ferguson Road.
How's it going today?
Hey, what? Why are you opening my car?
I want to check your window tint. Make sure I'm under shower. So your windows are tinted in excess of stay around, which is 70% light transmittance. Do you mind rolling up about 4 inches so that you don't?
Okay. Where can I get information on window tint laws?
Your state DMV, that order.
Okay. Well, my vehicle's inspected with.
We don't check the window tint inspection. Inspection only for safety and emissions.
Okay.
The road pirate employed at the St. Lawrence Sheriff's outfit just made clear that this stop isn't about safety, but more about Mike's failure to comply, which is then cited as justification for a legal ransom.
4% light transmittance.
And what does that mean?
It means it's illegal. The lowest is allowed in interstate is 70%.
Okay.
So the tint is illegal.
So what can I do about that?
Do you have your license, registration, and insurance card?
Yeah.
No problems with your license? Don't see any tickets or suspensions or
No.
revocations?
No.
Now, you've got an address here, Bunker Hill Road. Give me a couple minutes, okay, sir.
Okay. After he tested my window tint and told me that it was illegal, he went back to his cruiser, and I was questioned again by the Border Patrol agent with some of the same questions.
What's going on, partner? I'm Agent Schryve, canine handler with U.S. Border Patrol.
Hi.
Is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you from?
Oswego.
Oswego. What brings you up here?
I'm going hiking
Hiking? Whereabouts?
in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yes.
I'm going to bring my canine over and just run her around the exterior of the vehicle, okay? Do you have any problems with the dog going inside the car?
Yes.
Okay. Not a problem. Just hold tight, and I'll be back in a little bit here, okay?
Okay. Could you shut my door, please?
If you would, just roll up your windows because you got a few wasps flying around. I don't want you to get nailed by one. Seems to be in the bed of your truck too.
Okay.
I don't know if you got a wasp nest or something back there.
No.
Hey, could you do me a favor just in case we get any tractor trailers coming through? Could you just pull over a little farther?
Yeah. took the dog around. He went back to his car, and I waited for about 10 minutes. As the officer was coming back, I had my passenger door locked. He came up to the passenger door, went to open it, found that it was locked. When he found out that my door was locked, he reached into my passenger side window and unlocked my door, which you can hear me openly object to in the video.
Why are you doing that? Why are you opening my door up?
Here's your paperwork.
Thank you.
He ignored my questions and objections and proceeded to tell me that he was ticketing me for illegal window tint. Even if it is illegal in the state of New York, I don't agree that it should be. And really, he just used that as an excuse to harass me.
Okay, so the reason I stopped you was you had a checkpoint.
Okay.
And that's 10 windows.
Okay, I
Violation
understand. I
of the state
understand
law.
that. Okay.
So tickets issued for side windows not transparent.
Okay.
In excess of the allowed limit. Ticket's been issued to Town of Branford Court. If you want to appear in person, July 15th at 6:30 p.m. If you don't have to, you can submit it by mail. Just follow these instructions down.
Okay.
Included is a copy of the
Okay.
And told me that he could ticket me for more offenses.
Now the exhaust is louder than factory. If you had it modified,
No, not at all.
because it's much louder. Somebody did replace the mufflers with glass packs, which would be illegal.
Nothing.
Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to comply with what he said, but I understand the implications of refusing to comply with the police and being alone, far from home, on a trip. I didn't want to risk whatever he decided to do to me.
Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Brown.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Brown. I want to let you know I'm recording this call for my records, but I was hoping to learn a little bit more info about a checkpoint that was held on June 22nd in conjunction with the, with the Border Patrol employees out there on Route 11 and Ferguson Road.
We often do checkpoints with them, but I'm not sure about this particular one. I'm not. That would be a question you would probably need to speak with a sheriff about.
Okay, is there, y'all don't have any sort of documentation or, that lists when and where such things happen that you're involved with, that you could reference for me?
I certainly am not going to provide them to you. That would be something you need to go through the sheriff with and maybe foil the information.
Maybe I'll try calling...
What is the reason for you needing to know this information?
Well, the reason I'd like to know the information is one, just to voice my discontent and disapproval at seeing these types of checkpoints exist. They essentially imply that any traveler is guilty, and the fact that these things are being done within 100 miles of the political boundary all over the states, I don't think that bodes very well for a free society. In fact, it seems more reminiscent of a Nazi-esque Germany type situation. And so the reason for my call is, one, to ask about a specific incident that came to my attention when an individual was stopped, and also to more broadly just make clear that I don't think it makes sense that folks in that area are forced to pay for these things. And the fact that you've already communicated to me that you won't choose to provide information about them implies a little bit of a lack of transparency on behalf of yourself and the St. Lawrence County outfit. When I don't claim...
You're asking for records from my department that you just arbitrarily want me to provide information to you. That how do I know you're not a terrorist?
I'm not asking for any records, sir. I'm asking you for information about incidents that have already happened that should be public anyway. And how do you know I'm not a terrorist? I'm not the one who subsists on money stolen from people in my neighborhood like you and all your colleagues do. So ask yourself who's the terrorist when you cash your check, sir.
I will. You want to have this conversation continue? You can speak to my sheriff, okay?
I mean, I think, again, it's pretty telling that you're not willing to disclose any information to me.
You're going off on a bunch of things about what the Border Patrol is doing, and you're saying that one of my officers was with them. You know, we do a lot of stuff with the Border Patrol. We have grants through the federal government where we send our officers out with Border Patrol agents. We do it all the time. We have several days a week that happens. But you know, as far as a date and time and who was there, like I said, I'm going to refer you to the sheriff as to what information he's going to provide you with that.
Okay, well, again, I think what you've commented on, you know, that there's grants, this really speaks to the top-down centralization of what's portrayed to be law enforcement today. And again, I think it's a step in the wrong direction. I'd encourage you to think about your own involvement. And you know, again, I think it's pretty telling. I just did a search for y'all's outfit, and the little description under your website, the first thing it says is this office turns a large amount of money into the county in the form of revenue from civil fees. So, I mean, it seems that y'all are more oriented to shake people down and do revenue collection instead of actually help create a peaceful, prosperous area. I don't think checkpoints, you said a few times a week, I don't think that helps anybody be more safe except for the so-claimed authorities and oppressors that are tracking and shaking folks down who've harmed nobody. I just would encourage you to think about it.
That's your opinion on that. Our opinion is, or my opinion is different. If you're going through a checkpoint and you've done nothing wrong, then you should be happy that we're doing a checkpoint to secure the safety of the people in our county. And if you're not, then that's just a disagreement that we'll have. But like I said, if you want to continue this conversation further, you'll have it with Kevin Wells, okay? Have a good day, sir.
Police greatly abuse their power in this country, and the only way we're going to hold police accountable is for people to stand together and make it their problem. You know, it's not just my problem if I get pulled over and ticketed. You know, this will continue to happen if people don't band together. There's strength in numbers.